It's your boy Timor of Marz versus Venus. We are here at the Puerto Rican home. That's East 28, Lorain, Ohio. And you now are watching
Hostal TV.
Greetings, citizens, and welcome to another episode of Marz versus Venus. I am your host with the most, what's in store with Timor. And boy, do we have a doozy of a show for you today. Fantastic show topics, awesome questions, and a phenomenal cast of characters. The co-hosts. Let's start the deduction, shall we?
Yo, what up? This your boy B. Tillman, Jetson's Music Media. Make sure that y'all come August 4th to the Jetson Summer 16 Festival downtown Canton during Hall of Fame weekend. We'll be getting it in. 330, what up?
Your man Nuke, Urban City Radio in the building, doing our thing, representing.
What up? It's your man's Eric J. from the 330 Canton, Ohio. Producer at 1480 WHBC Mix 94.1 FM. CEO of Beyond Infinity and Kingdom Touch Mobile Massage. I got them hands.
Mike, Voice of Truth.
B. Woods, Cleveland, Ohio, helping to save lives.
My name is Courtney. I'm from Elyria, Ohio.
Tasha.
Rhonda from Lorain, Ohio.
I am Nancy May with Black Kush Radio. I am part of the Home Cornerback Show and Old School Sundays. I'm also an R&B artist as well.
This Millie. I'm just Millie. I'm Squirt. I am co-CEO of Urban City Radio Station, where we are uniting the world with independent artists. Cleveland, Ohio.
And I am T. Moore from a small town called Fresh Off a Cop's Ass. Now let's go. This is the Battle of the Sexes, Season 2. We just gonna dive right into the meat of the show. People, I just want you to bring that fire. Should a woman in a relationship give her man sex every time he wants it? I tell you.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because it's our duty.
It's a duty to please that booty.
That's right.
I tell you.
That's right.
Anybody else got something on that?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. It's like when I'm in a relationship, I like sex more. When I'm single, I'm like, yeah, it's whatever. But in a relationship, like when I know it's mine, I can have it when I want it. I like it. I mean.
Oh, she's territorial, I'll tell you. I'll tell you.
I am.
I tell you what, T, I'll tell you ladies something. I'll give you some advice. Here's some truth for you right here. Hey, give your man, take care of him. Don't say, hey, I ain't gonna do this because somebody else will. But hey,
right.
hey, here's the number one secret you want to keep your man, keep him at home. Scream like he's killing you every time. How you do that? I can answer it
He ain't playing. He ain't playing.
Well, hey, a lot of brothers' feelings just got hurt on that one.
Anybody
Don't mess up and scream and he ain't got it. Don't embarrass yourself, man.
No, sex is a bond. Yeah.
It is?
You're not bonding.
No. Sex is not a bond.
Sex is bonding.
Should be.
It is bonding.
A one night stand? What's your bond in a one night stand?
That ain't no bond.
I rest my case.
That's
Sex is not a bond.
Here's a towel. I'll see you later.
No, a relationship is a bond. Sex is just sex.
It's the glue in the relationship.
50 pumps. Bernie Mac said it best.
No, if I feel like this, especially when you're in a relationship and I do something wrong to upset him, I'm going to give it to him. I'm going to make him forget I did it.
Angry sex is not a good idea.
I'm going to make him forget I did it.
That's called
Angry sex is
manipulation.
not a good idea.
Speak on that, big
That's terrible. That is terrible that women have that ability.
Blinded.
It's just amazing that a
I'm
woman,
going to use what I got to get what I want.
to keep a man. You know what I'm saying?
The
Men are
man
foolish.
win. The
Men
man
are
win.
foolish. You know what I'm saying? Men are very foolish, and a
Listen.
woman know that she can use those tricks to
Angry
manipulate
sex.
a man.
No, it's not about using.
But what about when we use our tricks?
That's how I show my
It's the best
appreciation.
sex.
Oh, so hold on.
What tricks y'all
Then we
got?
appreciate
Let me see.
it.
when your girl do something and she mad and y'all mad at each other, y'all have sex. That's the only time you can dog it and call her a bitch, and she would not get mad.
That's a good point.
You be really wanting to say bitch, but when you hear it, that give you the chance to say it and mean it.
Yep.
Right. That's a turn on. But she wouldn't know.
She ain't gonna know. Then she gonna ask, well, she gonna ask you a couple days later, hey, what you meant when you said it? I was in the heat of the moment.
Y'all wasn't doing it?
Man, nigga, you like your women?
Let me speak.
How is it reciprocal? If you can have sex with your man when he mad at you and trick him into believing, how is it reciprocal? You are training your man.
No,
I
I disagree, and I'm a man. I'm gonna speak on that for the simple fact
If you can have sex
if
with
that's
him,
your girl,
make him forget it.
you ain't supposed to disrespect her.
No.
Period.
No.
You never
Even
supposed to
though
disrespect
it happens, people say things in the heat of the battle, all types of stuff. But a real man gonna know how to just ignore that.
Absolutely.
They gonna let her say what she want to say,
Absolutely.
do whatever she want to do. But at the end of the day, guess what? She gotta come see. That's where you win at.
A relationship is two people training each other to love each other and learn each other for life.
You train dogs. You don't train people.
It's learn.
It's just your choice word.
It's two people. If me and you become in a relationship and I like steak, if hypothetically speaking, and I like steak and potatoes, but you like meatloaf, and so I'm like, babe, I want some steak and potatoes. You like, babe, I want to make some meatloaf. The compromise in that.
I'm gonna make you steak.
It's a hamburger.
The compromise in that. So, and tomorrow we'll make meatloaf. Right. So, what does that do to us? It trains us to be together.
I did it because I love
Learning. Learning.
Women don't like the word
If we put out a thesaurus, right? Women don't like the word train. If we put out a thesaurus,
They don't like
learning,
that dog.
appropriating, condoning.
These are all words. Hold on. Let's not lose sight. We still gotta keep order. One at a time. One at a time.
It's a smart compromise, is what you're doing.
Exactly.
Right.
The fewer battles you have in a relationship, the happier your relationship will be. It don't matter who right or who wrong. There's some times where you know you right, but you still need to be wrong.
You gotta be humble.
It's the battle. It's the noble
And
king.
the real woman gonna realize her mistake, and she gonna come to you and do whatever she thinks she need to do. Anyway, it's in their nature to be submissive and satisfy their
You're
needs.
supposed to be a noble king.
Ooh.
That's a great point.
That's it. That's the end of the story. If you can't define yourself as a man, as a noble king and a savage that will go to war
That's
for
the
your
sad part about it, though.
your household, then you a loser.
The sad part about that is that every man ain't a king because you still got a bunch of princes out there.
True.
Well,
They got a bunch of soldiers.
Hey,
Not princes. They soldiers. They just swing
I think
swords.
Well, no, they're heir to the throne. They just don't know how to get there yet. That's the problem.
And next question. We're gonna move on. Here we go. And when we speak it, just give everybody the respect of one at a time so you can kind of hear what they got to say. What are your thoughts on being in an open relationship?
No, thank you.
Ain't no such
Anybody
thing.
want to take that first?
It's
As friends.
Okay.
I will.
Okay.
It depends on the person, number one.
Okay.
It also depends on where that person is in their own life and how that is acceptable to them. If you're honest up front and you let them know where you are in your life, if that person accepts that, then they accept it. But give that person the opportunity and that chance to make that decision. Don't bamboozle them into some BS.
An open relationship can go several different ways, and people need to define the definition of what they call an open relationship. Because you can be with your girl, be committed to her, but then y'all decide to do something spontaneous, and she brings somebody else. That's still the same thing.
He do.
I've been there, man. Listen, you talking.
part of the problem is women equate sex with love, men don't. And I think part of it, everybody got to understand that one thing, a relationship, mainly sex, is 90% mental, only 10% physical. And that's why, hey, a good lover is the one that nourishes your mind as well as your body. If you put in the right, foreplay, you put in the right foreplay, hey, I guarantee you, once you find that rocket out, brother, you can say whatever the hell you want. They ain't never gonna do that. But
You want to touch on that, Big?
Big Daddy, no.
Bubble gum.
Hey, you gotta go.
I quit.
Anybody else want to touch on that one?
No, Big Daddy did it.
Miss R&B,
touch on this one at all? She just gonna sing to him.
Oh, okay. She's just gonna serenade.
Sing it,
She just
girl.
gonna sing to him.
Anybody want to touch on that? Okay, on to the next one. Here we go. Let's see here. Ladies, have you ever hit a man for something he has said or done?
Yes, I have.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Do you see the domestic violence cases in here, everybody? I tell you.
No, never. No.
What?
Well, I would. Me and my ex fought because he put his hands on me, so he thought I was gonna be sweet and cry about it, so I punched him in the face. So and that's when he broke up with me.
Hey,
Like,
wait a minute. Please, look into the camera and tell the people your name, please.
Camille.
I'll tell you.
My name is Camille. Like, okay, I dated a guy that was abusive.
You sure don't understand self-incrimination.
I'm sorry.
Anybody else?
Yeah, I have.
Don't touch
What
me.
was the story behind that?
Hey, T, I got a question.
And I hit him
for
back.
you.
Because I'm nobody's victim.
I got a question for you, ladies.
If I would have let it slide, he would continue to think it was okay to put his hands on me, and it's not okay. But when I put my hands on him back, and it hurt a little bit harder than what he hit me,
Okay.
he learned. That's not what this is about. A relationship is not based on that, and you have to understand. You need to talk to me. If you have a problem with me, then you need to talk to me, because I'm a very easy person to talk to.
Right.
But you start getting physical with me, I will beat the shit out of you.
I want to just touch on that real quick. And that was a moment of honesty and clarity because your nose flared up during that conversation.
Yes,
Okay,
Let me say something on that. See, I don't believe a guy should put his hands on a woman, but the difference and the problem is that women force men to a certain level where they don't know when to quit.
Well,
I think
women
that's
know
a-
how to
hold on,
touch.
look. They don't know when to quit. They don't know when to chill. Just like a man should know his place, a woman should know her place. Sometimes certain things need to be talked about at that time. Wait till a later point in time in life where you can sit down and talk about it, respect each other, and hear each other's opinions. But on another note, I'm quite sure every one of your parents told you if you hit somebody, be prepared to get it back.
Yes.
I mean,
Yes.
one thing about women is a lot of women know how to get under a guy's skin with her mouth. Trust me, I've done it.
Dudes got to
And he
stay
can
on
be
that
on it
square.
then with their mouth. But see,
Stay
I
on
think
your square as a man.
I think that we gotta pay a tribute. I think we gotta pay a tribute. We gotta attribute the problem,
OJ?
the issue, to media. We gotta attribute the problem to media because in media we portray this. You know, if I'm hit you, you're gonna hit me back type of environment. And that's what we all like kind of think. But
Society
in the
know
real
that.
world, like a man should not a real man. I mean, I don't know what
not
happened,
like
but a real man should. A woman, there's never nothing a woman can ever say to me to
Wrong.
make me want to put my hands on.
Hold on, I'll put it like this, man.
Wrong.
Before Ray
There's
Rice,
something.
Hold on, one at a time, one at a time. Go ahead.
before Ray Rice
That's a
got
battle I
his,
know.
Nasty?
before he had his
Because you can
incident,
never win. Why would I ever do that? When she say your brother fuck better than you,
we talking about
I'm not mad.
Yeah,
I'm not
yeah,
mad.
talking about-
Like that's the
we talking
problem.
about the women hitting men.
Right.
So before Ray Rice incident happened, I had an
Talk
incident
about it.
where 2 weeks before that happened, I could have been in Ray Rice's shoes. I played in the National Football League, and the dude, I mean the girl, I call her a dude, and that's what they call the girls now. You know she ain't a dude, but
Right.
she hit me. I didn't hit her back. Then she swung her crutch at me. What I did, no, she had torn her ACL. She tore her ACL. She swung it.
Hold on, let me get the story across. Hold on.
So she swung the crutch. It nicked my face. I didn't know though. You know what I'm saying? But had it cut my face open, I'm telling you right now, I would have snapped. I would have beat the dog out of it.
Right.
But thank God I didn't, and I held my composure. I've always been taught that one arm is longer than two. So you know what I'm saying? Instead of stretching out two, I stretch out one. You can't touch me. So I grabbed her, you know, pushed her back around by the neck.
I'm 5'5". That arm ain't
Well,
going that far.
it's for certain people, but you know what I'm saying? Like,
scenarios.
I'm happy that I was able to hold my composure because
Right, you did.
had I just went off and started beating the hell out of her, then, you know,
Yeah.
so I'd have been in jail. But
My mom always
I got
said-
3 little girls, you know what I'm saying? I got my mama, I got 5 sisters. I love my mom, I love my sisters. So therefore, in my little girls, like I don't want no man putting their hands on them.
Right.
You put your hands on my little girls off top, I'm gonna
Right,
kill
right.
you.
Every man out here, especially all the young brothers come out nowadays, look, be strong men. If I got to beat you, I don't beat you.
Exactly. That's
Get
what my
your
mom said.
ass on down the
She
road.
said,
It's
I'll
hard.
see you later.
If it's 10 times,
Put her on the bricks.
In our
Don't eat that.
neighborhoods now, though, in the neighborhoods now, you
They
see
can-
a lot of
they can
little
donate.
boys.
They
Yeah,
can
you see
donate.
little boys beating on their girlfriends like all the time.
Yeah.
My mom always
And
said,
then
everybody
like,
hollering world star, world star, world star. For
terrible.
what, dude? At the
Stop
end of the day, it's so stupid because not only are you finna go to jail But now you just making yourself out to be the type of person that don't nobody want to be around, won't nobody respect, and when you go to jail, dudes in jail don't like guys that put their hands on their
They have daughters.
They gonna turn you into somebody's girlfriend.
Hey, and I'll tell you what, talking about the police earlier, hey, they count on young men. They want black men out here, they want you to throw a DV on you. They want, because the second one's a felony. They don't want you to ever be able to carry a gun legally. They don't want you to have the right to bail. You got to protect yourself.
That's
Domestic violence is what you call an escalating misdemeanor. Meaning the first time you do it is this, the second time you do it is that, the third time you do it is this, the fourth time you become a habitual repeat offender. Therefore, you label. Now you are stereotyped. You will no longer be able to do a lot of things. Half of the jobs won't even hire you.
Yeah.
So therefore, you just learn how to destroy your career because of your attitude.
And if you get that DV, you will never be able to get a CCW. Ever.
Wow.
So
And then also take your right to vote, because right now we
Or
do
defend yourself.
Absolutely.
definitely
The
gotta-
thing about that though is this, they actually trying to change that law, and I did some research on that. The reason for that being is because you got people that did crimes when they was 18, 19, 20 years old.
Still on
Now they 40, 50 years old. You get a job, you can't vote. You
Well,
change your life around.
well,
You haven't been in no trouble. You haven't done a lot.
I tell you, the actual law is this, and people get it confused. If you have a felony while you're incarcerated, you don't have the right to
When
vote.
you
But
get
the
out,
day they
you
let you go, you can vote.
Yeah.
They made people feel like if you got a felony, it's
They don't
crazy stuff
explain
that
it
they
to
do.
you in
That
complete.
it's another way for them to disenfranchise voters.
Yeah.
But let me say something really quick. We have the power to implement rules and laws just as anybody else. So if you have a particular feeling or an inclination on a law, do it.
Get a balance.
Just do it.
Gotta be
Because 9
active.
times out of 10, there's a lot of people feel the same way that you do. I've also posted basically on our Urban City Radio page that when you look at the statistics of the population of the world, it's 7 billion people. 1.3 billion statistically are black. That's 1 in 6 billion people. So stop saying black people can and black people will and black people let's come together. Let's say people come together. It's better to have 7 billion than 1.3.
Yeah, and the reason I'm glad you said that is because I learned this a long time ago that I was gonna write a book called "Man, You Ain't Gonna Believe This."
You still can.
The purpose of the book was to just talk about life events, stories, situations, that type of thing. Never say whether I was black, white, Chinese, Mexican, Puerto Rican, whatever. At the end of the day, just by talking to general people and conversating with them, a lot of people deal with the same things you deal with. So whatever your problem is, it don't necessarily be labeled as a black person's problem, a white person's problem. It's a problem in life, period. And people take that and they put those stereotypes on it. They depict people and point them out and say, okay, well, this is a social category because this only happens to black people. No, for real, did you know a lot of black people houses get broken into, but a lot of white people houses get broken into by white kids. So it's like all types of things that go on in this world, and it's up to you
to everybody
to figure out a solution and try to come together. But the only way you can do that is by self-education about people out here working together and willing to say, okay, well, I understand what you're going through. Let's figure out a solution instead of saying, oh, that's her problem. I ain't got nothing to do with that.
My thing is the media also. It's like the main media is causing more division
Media is money.
than it
That's the
should.
purpose.
Like
Media
Black
is
Lives
money.
Matter does not mean only Black Lives Matter. That means what about us?
It means
We
that,
matter
that,
too.
that right now, black lives are a little bit more escalated, more important
True.
because those are the ones that's being portrayed in the media as the ones getting killed. In the same sense, though, you got a lot of white
Everybody
kids that
getting
get killed every day by certain things from police
Because
officers.
the same day the guy in Baton Rouge got killed by the police, a Latino teenager was killed in California by police.
But the thing of it, which one sells more stories? And it is the media. It's the same thing when women are abducted. You see a girl, if she's white, blonde hair, blue eyed, the prettier she is, the bigger the story. Hey, what about all the ones that are abducted? Hey, that ain't no story to them. That's where it is the media portraying.
Remember the little girl that came up missing on 103rd off of Western? I live right around the corner from there, right?
It all boils down to
I get off work, they got 100 police officers outside patrolling the neighborhood, doing this, doing that, door to door, dogs, the whole nine, all that. 2 weeks before that, a little black girl came up missing from a corner store. Didn't see not one cop.
But that tells you and shows you exactly what our value means to them in the inner city. You know, it's a dangerous time when you're dealing with what's going on. You know, we putting a picture out there that we don't care about each other. So if we don't care about each other, what you think another person or somebody from another race gonna do? You know what I'm saying? This ignorance is a disease.
It is.
And it's the biggest disease. It's probably the most critical thing that's going on right now. If ignorance is taking out a lot of lives,
And
just by somebody just being ignorant.
Yeah.
You know, the fact that just and the media is pushing this. The media is making money.
It's
Controlling
sad
the narrative.
it's
They
sad
control
that
what y'all want to. Everybody wants
amongst African Americans, you don't have what you call unity. If you look at every other nationality, it's not, oh, this man got more than me, so I'm going to take what he got. It's like, no, hey, look, I need help. Can you help me? They're going to do that.
Right.
Amongst us African Americans, it's always, oh shit, I'm gonna get what he got. I gotta get that. I'm gonna take that. I need that. They have no strive in them. They have no longevity. They have no way of figuring out a plan or solution to better themselves. They want everybody to give them a handout.
Right.
And I'm saying,
Because
I know I'm a black man and I own a business, so I got guys come up to me all the time and they say, man, give me a chance. I need a job. I need a job. I give you the job. I'm paying you what you asked for. But yet you don't do what I asked you to do.
Thank you.
But yet, if I go see John or Raymond or whoever, and they do the work for me, they're going to do it. They're going to be detailed. They're going to define. They're going to treat my business like it's their business. And then I pay them, and it's like, okay, what you got next for me?
Right.
Yeah.
So in the same sense of you trying to help yourself, but you belittling yourself because you naive. You don't have the education to figure out what you need to do.
I'm also say this, and I was sitting down listening to Queen Latifah, Cameron, and Russell Simmons.
What tape was that?
And there was a documentary they had put out. They had it was on YouTube. I watched that. They own a lot of stuff. Their names are behind a lot of stuff. But what they had to do was take their name off a lot of stuff because our cow stopped supporting. Oh, they got to a point. They were talking about they getting to a point where she got this and he got this and he got that. He had to, Cam said he had to stop taking his name off, as well as Queen Latifah had to stop like with her flavor unit and whatnot. And she directed a lot of movies. She had to start taking her name off things because people, our own cow would stop supporting.
Like CoverGirl. CoverGirl is the top selling cosmetic, and Queen Latifah is the CEO. And people don't, and a lot of black women don't know that. They think, oh, she only doing it because she's on the commercial. Her Janelle Monáe, Pink. But then when they start showing Pink and
quick to run
Cardi and all those other models, blonde hair, blue eye models, these girls start selling. I go, there was a group of black girls looking at CoverGirl.
A year ago, I started this company. A year ago, I started this company in Canton called Jetson's Music Media. So I'm gonna tell you how I can absolutely agree with this. But we first picked up with a lot of rhythm. We picked up a lot of, we had a lot of artists doing a lot of stuff, shooting movies. We got cartoon designers. We got basically everything that you could offer entertainment.
Right.
Okay. We picked up momentum, and then you get the haters out there because you got other cats that want to assimilate a record label, even a media company. So, they were competing with us, even though we had artists. I opened 7 businesses within a year, and they all went really well. They're all doing really, really well. And so we try to move forward with the companies. But in every one of the businesses, I'm not the face, nor am I in control. Well, I am in control. But even with Jetsons, even though it's my company, no one knows that I'm the owner.
They don't need to know.
Now, once we partnered with another guy who had this media idea. Well, we put this channel out called Channel Hip Hop. I'm not sure if you might have seen it on your Facebook timelines, but we just went over like 400,000 likes on our Channel Hip Hop page. We get 100, 200,000 views on anything we drop and release. It's ours. We have companies approaching us, asking us, hey, who's in charge of this channel? And when we tell them, they don't believe us. But the people from the city, if we reveal who we are,
they'll stop supporting.
They'll stop.
Our reach is gonna go.
Isn't that horrible?
It's because here's how I think about it. Now I don't know if I'm right or if I'm wrong, but here's the way that my mind works. Black people, we are kings. We know it. It's in our soul. We know it. Not to say that white people are any less than anybody else, but for our culture, I'm only speaking for us. I can speak for white people too, because I love them and I have white brothers and sisters, and I can speak for them on their behalf. But I'm not going to speak for them on their behalf who talk to us, especially our brothers. In our soul, they say in our soul, we got this intuition. We got the intuition that we are kings. So as a king, you're supposed to rise up in the kingdom. The thing that we don't have in our soul that we can't understand is how to be an apprentice to a king or a soldier to help a movement go. But see, and then take your place when it's your turn. You know, if you best in swords, hey, if he's the king and he got all the popularity, but you the best sword swinger, be the king's best sword swinger, because one day you're gonna have your own empire, your own kingdom, and y'all gonna be the specialists at sword swinging.
But the problem is this: if you pay attention to history, people taught their children their place, how to do certain things, how to advance, how to progress, how to become this, how to become that. You know, you had guys back in slavery days where there was the best clothes maker. So they taught their kids how to design, how to make clothes, how to do this, how to do that. It was passed down from generation to generation. The problem was you had kids having kids that didn't have the complete know-how to teach their kid how to do whatever it was that needed to be done. So therefore, now not only do you have one incomplete individual, you have two now. Now this two is going to turn into four. This four is going to turn into six.
And it turns into what we are today. That's why we're so talented at everything.
So
but we can't pick
if you look at it, and the reason I said that is because of this. Back in the day, I'm quite sure everybody sitting here, back in the day had a pager. You had to remember who a person's number was. You see this number, you say, oh, that's Auntie Jean, that's so-and-so. Right. Nowadays, something happened, the kid can't call nobody's phone number because they don't know. They gotta have a contact, they gotta have, oh, this person. Yeah.
I'm seeing 2-year-olds with iPads.
Right, so I take, like, I'm not gonna lie, I teach my kids, I got 4 kids, one just graduated. I teach my kids right now, hey, look, sit back, do your homework. When you do your homework, I want you to show me how you came up with your answer. Show me the definition. How you work this problem out to come to this conclusion. Because at the end of the day, when you get out here in life and you on a job site or you doing whatever it is you're doing, you can't pull your tablet out.
No.
I do construction. I can't go out here and say, what's the square root or how do you frame so-and-so and so-and-so. I'm not asking Siri how to do this, how to do that. You need to know this.
We don't like
Well, that's
so
the same
you gotta sit here.
That's the same thing with cashiering. You go to a cashier and their computer messes up, and then you expect them to count it back. They can't count it back. You got to be able to tell them, well, this is how much you
Hold on, let me call
seen
the
that
manager.
Christmas time.
Everybody got a superpower. I know this sounds crazy, but this is my opinion, and this is how I started my company. Everybody in this room right here got a superpower. You radio, you sing, you boisterous, and you powerful, got a strong personality. And everybody in here got a superpower.
My name.
As us as all people, if you think of, I ask people all the time, what are you good at? People always give me all these answers. Man, I'm good at this, I'm good at that. What are you good at? If you focus on that one thing and then you train your lineage to that one skill, we ain't never got to worry about being jealous of nobody else. Because my people can't do what your people do, so we can team up. But it's oh, you good at that? Well, I'm good at this, and that, and this, and that. And I bet you I can do that too. No. What are you good at?
Right.
Do what you do and train your people to that. See, I'm good at business and I know that. I had the opportunity to start a bunch of stuff. So I asked for a lot of people's help.
But following through is the major skill.
Not afraid to
You
ask
can
for
start
help.
any damn
Gotta
thing.
ask for help.
But following through is the skill. That means getting to it and getting to the end of it and following through.
That's goal. I set a goal.
You
And finish
put a
it.
name on
You know
it.
what I'm saying? You gotta set a goal.
But there's two things, there's two factors that are driving our youth right now. One of them, everybody wants to win the lottery, don't want to buy a ticket.
No, that's right.
And you got too many young men, young women out here that don't have fathers in their life to be that role model, to show them the path to where they need to go. So they're out there loose trying to find it on their own. And where do they find it? In their friends that are out there in the street that they're with. Guess what? They have no guidance either. So it's a blind leading the blind.
I understand that the issue about fathers are a very important part of their life. That's why I'm in my kids' life. One of my promises was not to be like one of my fathers.
Okay.
But in the same sense, you don't necessarily have to have fathers in your life. You need to have a male. You need to have a male figure in your life, because some people fathers pass away. That don't mean they're going to be less of a man. You can have somebody that never had a father in my life.
And that's why more of us need to be big brothers. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So you know, like for instance, you know, my sister will tell you that. You know, I got a group called the Karaoke Thugs, and what we do is we raise money every year. We do a concert. We raise hats, scarves, gloves, boots, coats, all types of things for little kids to give back to the community. The issue with that is this: I understand that women sometimes become single mothers. You know, I'm not knocking the situation. I'm not. You could.
I'm allergic.
Today.
But what I'm saying is that, in the same sense, is that you got people who come up with ideas and concepts and try to be successful and do certain things, but in the same sense, you can't forget where you come from. You got to get something back to your community and try to help the community advance itself and to become better than what it already is. Because if you don't put back into what you got out of it, you're still going to repeat the same cycle and the same process.
And I say this,
you're not helping them, you're helping yourself.
I say this because me and Courtney were both in the education system. I wasn't one. But we need more black males, teachers, in the system. Because we have young black men coming up. I have a young black man, 9 years old in my house, and I know I'm dependent on a black male around to help with my son because I know his father can't do everything for him. So he still needs someone else to be able to look up to. So I'm looking at all these black males coming up in the system, in the school system, and who do they have to look up to? We need more stronger black males in the system.
And see,
we need them to teach.
And that's a catch-22 because you can have a black man that's in the household that's there, but he's out working constantly to provide for his kids, so he still don't have that role model, that male figure.
That's the same way with single mothers too, because single mothers are out here maybe working 2 or 3 jobs, trying to do that, and they don't have time. So who's raising your child?
See, that's why I feel like us as a culture should latch on to other business people and try to learn how to invest our money and make our money back. That's one thing that we don't do.
But you know why a lot of black people don't invest their money? It's because they're too busy.
Trying to show quick flip.
I gotta have them new Jordans, $300. That's why I don't buy.
See, and I'm not trying to change the subject, but you got people who idolize Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan ain't did shit.
We talked about that. And LeBron James,
a lot of prison. LeBron James just spent all that money and sent all them kids to college. $4 million in college funds for kids to go to Akron University. You don't care about his tennis shoes. When the last time you heard somebody talk about LeBron James tennis shoes?
Here's why. Now,
they got them, but I'm saying, when you hear him talk about LeBron James tennis shoes, his tennis shoes is not his biggest thing. He owns real estate. He do everything you need to do.
You closer to home. You closer to Akron than us. So let's hear what these Jews are trying to say.
I love Cleveland. I got a couple songs from Cleveland. We went to the NBA Finals, Game 4. We went Game 6. Adrian Bruner, big shout out, all that, whatever. Here's the thing. LeBron James just signed a lifetime deal with Nike for $500 million.
That's business.
And
LeBron James, the most popular player in the world. Let me ask you this question. If LeBron James decided he didn't want to use Nike and come out with a tennis shoe, could he sell 100? Could he sell 1 million pairs for $100?
You know why? They're going to pay for the name.
Could he sell 100? Could he sell 1 million pairs for $100?
Yeah.
That's $100 million. He could do that 5 times. Why do you need Nike?
Because it's networking.
Because
Nike has connections. No, exactly. Nike has connections to the community as well as he does. So he's attaching himself, not to individualize himself, because he could be great about it. So
but
what?
He took a pay cut.
But look
that's
at
what I'm
his.
saying.
That's it's not about the money. That's the problem. It's not about the money.
Right.
It shouldn't never. That's what the problem is with media, society, and the way everybody's happening. They're making decisions, split decisions in a second on money. And once you make it and it's done, it's done. There's nothing you can do. And that's why we have the problems we have today.
Remember Stephen Barry's?
Yeah.
Everything in that store was absolutely affordable, and Stephen Marbury's shoes was $15. Nobody bought them in Stephen Barry's $5.
I still got mine. I don't know what you talking about. I still got all my Stephen Barry's.
I still got mine.
Let me piggyback this point right here, because I'm the sneakerhead, and I'm gonna drop some jewels on y'all real quick.
Drop it, baby.
Most shoes, most Nikes are made over in China.
Yeah.
So listen, hold on. Listen. These facts. I do this all the time. I go straight to this site. I keep my kids laced as well as myself, but my son stay laced.
Spend all that money.
Listen, I order these shoes. My dog was the manager at Foot Locker, and now he's the head guy at Villa. I ordered my shoes when I first started doing this, and I immediately started taking it to him. I said, hey, listen. I said, Kate, let me know if these shoes legit, man. We go through them the whole 9. He like, this the same shoe I got in the back. Yep. I said, bet. I've been ordering my shoes off these sites for 10 years. 10 years. Yep. I order my shoes in bulk. I order any type of Air Max from 95 when we came up to any type of KD, to any type of Jordan, to any type whatever you need. $45. I'm ordering these shoes. $50. But These kids so screwed up.
Mm.
If you tell them, like, man, I just ordered these shoes off site.
They'll
How much
say
they cost?
knockoff.
$45. Oh, they not real.
Yeah.
They brainwashed. So
Yeah.
Shaq, no, here's my point. Shaq started his line to sell Shaq.
Right.
His whole emblem, the whole him dunking and hanging off the rim.
Right.
He put his shoes.
million pairs of
He
shoes.
put his shoes into Targets.
Yeah.
He put his shoes in Walmart. He put his shoes in Payless.
Yes.
And Shaq is almost close to being $1 billion dude.
Yes.
Shaq has got the number 2 pair of shoes sold.
It's
in
more
history.
white people rocking his
Shaq made
shoes
his
than
shoes
us.
affordable and
Because
sent them
Shaq said-
to play. Right.
Well, I'm telling about LeBron. Shaq said, "Oh, I don't need Nike. I'm Shaquille O'Neal."
Exactly.
I get
And
it.
in that, I will employ 230,000 African Americans. That's something
That's
that don't
big.
tell you about Shaq.
See,
I go there
another
all the
thing-
time.
another
man.
thing-
I do my
Nike got
research.
23 million employees
Another thing I wanna
worldwide.
say-
You know how many people work for LeBron
Another thing I would like to
James?
say is, us as black
That's
people, we
power.
separate ourselves more than any other race is separating us. Talking about separation.
It's jealousy.
segregation. We need to stop that.
Right.
We're all
So-
people.
So
We are
LeBron
all
got the
people.
highest- he
We've all
got the
been
highest
raised,
paid.
we've all been born,
He got
we've
the
all
most
been made the
expensive
same
shoe
damn
next
way.
to Kanye West.
Okay, he got the
Mm.
most expensive shoe. He the highest paid. He got a lifetime contract with Nike.
He
right?
11 on the Forbes list as far as being the richest.
All
And
right,
his
so
shoes is $300.
Look at that money.
now
Look at that.
You know what I mean?
he could
Rolling his money out so much.
he can triple his money. I ain't just talking about his shoes that comes out, right?
Right.
He doesn't have a soccer shoe. He doesn't have a track
He's
shoe.
on the soccer
He
team.
doesn't have a football shoe.
Right.
Right.
When Lil Rich, who was off 117th on the block, I went to Millville High School, you know what I'm saying? Rich used to be like, man, hey, LeBron, like, you about to come out with these shoes, man. If you go get these cleats, right? Because I play football.
Right.
I'm gonna get these cleats for you, man. I'm telling you, dog, they're gonna be boom, boom. I said, all right, get them. You know what I'm saying? You the man, you know what I'm saying? I'm waiting on you.
Right.
Now, Lil Rich the heart, you know what I'm saying, to death. But he never came out with it. Now, you know how many kids love LeBron James.
But you know why they did that?
Even, I'm just
No,
saying,
let me tell you why. Because you got a position where you say, I'm going to help you give this, that, and I'm going to do this for you. But you can't do this, that, and the other. Nike didn't want him to have a cleat. They didn't want him to have a track shoe. They didn't want him to have a tennis shoe for playing tennis.
they didn't want him to
What
be
did they
famous
say?
with
We
Jordan.
want to capitalize.
They didn't want him to be big.
No,
Jordan.
they're taking a place.
They wanted him to. See, listen. The thing between LeBron and Jordan is Jordan owned his company, his whole
Right.
chain, his
Part of
whole line. People don't even know. Jordan got the whole Nike Air concept from Prince. Prince that just died is the one who turned Michael Jordan on to how to get his company started and started the whole Nike Air line.
Oh, that's deep.
When Jordan stopped dealing with them, they came out with the Jumpman. That was a knockoff version of the Michael Jordan tennis shoe.
Right.
See what I'm saying? From the And1 squad. You know what I'm talking about.
Yep.
After that,
and Nike sub-incorporated
Nike reevaluated their contract to where if we do this, you can't sell no tennis
Yeah,
shoes
so they
to
can
no
make all
other
the money.
market without going through us.
Of course. So here's what I'm saying. I'm 33 years old.
Youngin.
I'm 33 years old. I don't make millions and millions of dollars. But what I will do, and I will talk shit about, is I will make change and I will do something. Without my millions.
Some beat
point.
nothing.
That's
So
the
here
point.
I am 33 years old. Now I've got these 7 businesses in place and I put a lot of people in business and I've employed a lot of people. So now my
That's
next
the value.
move, because of what's going on, is instead of talking, I'm looking for investors and I got a few on the handle and we're looking to buy this building and start a black grocery store. And we want to make it a chain in Ohio.
And that's what they
Not selling, but see, they said, well, we sat down at the table and we discussed, they said, well, B, when we going to sell African soap and, no, we're not selling none of that.
You're selling the same
We sell
products.
I want to compete with Walmart.
Everything.
I ain't
Let me
selling
tell
no
you
black,
something.
black people soap and
Hey,
butter.
store
We're
home.
competing with Walmart. We're going to put our name and our employees in it, and we're going to make Walmart want to do business with us.
You can't
Hey,
sell
you
their
Cut out,
products.
cut out the
I
middleman.
I got something I want you guys to think about though. When I was a kid, when they came out with the first Jordans, and this is what I have never bought or worn Nike. I don't buy Nike. Nothing. I never bought my kids. One thing is they made the shoe so expensive that they had young inner city kids killing each other over tennis shoes.
Right.
And by anybody that would say, "Hey, I'm going to put out a pair of shoes that are $300,000," no, most of the people that want that
Right, can't afford it.
can't afford it. What are they going to do? You causing
But
more problem.
No. gonna tell you why that's not true.
Jordan said he
It's
does not
not-
make shoes for black kids.
Listen,
And he don't even like rap music.
it's not even the fact that listen to me.
These kids love
It's not that you
That's
can't
okay.
be mad at the manufacturer or the person that came up with the idea or the plan. A lot of people are mad at the guy who been in Walmart because he took out Kmart, he knocked out Target, he knocked out Zayres, all types of shit. Because he came up with a plan. He had a plan, he had a vision.
Called a
But he
master
didn't-
plan.
Right, exactly.
But until they
Hold on,
target,
this is what I'm saying about Jordan. Jordan had a plan. It's not his fault that another person, we're going to use you for an example, say, shit, I just got paid, I got to go get these $300 Jordan. That's not Jordan's fault that you decided to spend that $300 on them
Agreed.
shoes. You knew what you had to do. So, if you felt that me getting these tennis shoes to be fly, to be successful, to be this, to be that,
Look,
was more important than paying your light bill, gas bill, take care of your
That's
kids, or
your
whatever,
problem.
that's your fault.
But it's not that adults that were killing each other. It was
Hear
kids.
me out.
It was our youth.
And that's
It was our
what I'm
youth.
saying.
That's our problem as adults.
But that's the parents' problem because you should have taught your kids.
But the parents weren't the ones that they targeted the shoes for. The shoes were made for the kids, not for the parents.
Yeah.
Hear me out.
Because here's the problem. When the kids say, Daddy, why is Jordan shoes $300? You say, well, son, let me break it down. Here's how
you
Jordan made
explain
his
to
shoe
them.
$300. He started a business.
Dumbasses
He
lying.
invested his
That's
money.
why.
He know
It
we
wouldn't be
started teaching
$300
our
if it was
children.
nice. It'd
We
be
started
$50
teaching
if
our
nobody
children
bought 'em.
business.
All
He
right.
invested.
Hey, to cut you all short, but we got to get ready to wrap it up. Any parting shots? Very
Kissing
quickly, we'll go
ass.
down the line.
Make sure y'all come August 4th, Jetson's Summer 16 Festival. We're doing a special tribute to the Camp Football Midget League kids, all of the teams out there. We got live performances all day, good media coverage, so check us out.
Urban City Radio, Big Nuke in the building, doing his thing. Cherokee Thugs representing all throughout Cleveland, Ohio. What we do is provide the community with information, how to better themselves, how to progress, how to become more productive in society, and make yourself out to be what you really want to be in life.
All right. Tune into the Ron Parner Show Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 12 noon, 1480 WHBC, www.whbc.com.
If you want change, be active.
Hey, put God first and let's stop all this killing, especially in the city.
Say that.
That's
Say
right.
that.
Good, baby.
Ooh.
She trying to climb that tree.
You ain't got the right shoes on.
What we got, like?
Alright. This piece, it was nice being here, and I just want to say that I buy Jordans because I can afford them.
Amen.
I pay my rent first, my car payment, taken care of, and
Disposable
that's it.
income.
I don't know what that is.
Next.
I just want to thank everybody for coming here and being here with us and sharing, and I just love everybody. I don't know.
Next.
This is a good experience. I've met some people I've
We just
never
skipped. We just skipped the whole person.
That's okay.
Come on, let's go. We gonna come back.
I want peace for all people, especially our young youth. And our youth are generations. They are what we will depend on later in life when we get old. So please, let's save our youth most definitely.
And I'll say, please just tune in to Blackfish Radio Monday through Friday. Actually, Sunday too. My day, I'm sorry. www.blackfishradio.com. And I am Nazy Nay. It's Nazzie. I'm on all social media sites.
Black Kush.
After time.
I feel like I have fun. You know, it's good to meet people that I've never seen before. I think everybody here cool, and I feel like we should continue the conversation off camera because I was getting into it. I was too busy listening to these two over
You gotta
here.
open some damn doors first.
Right. Right, but I'm just saying, I'm enjoying myself. Is that a bad thing? Can I not enjoy myself? Is that a problem?
You good, boo?
What we got?
My name is Squirt. I am with Urban City Radio. I am co-CEO. I believe in bringing cities together. I believe we all can get along if we understand each other. And that is the networking and why I've established this station. So everybody tune in. We have an app that's available on Google and iTunes. We also are at www.urbancityradiostation.com. We are on YouTube. We are now video live, YouTube channel, Urban City Radio Station. Check us out, join in, and become part of a movement in changing the world.
Last but not least is your boy T Moore. I believe in deodorant, mouthwash, and soap, baby. Like I say around this time all the time, when you're having fun, it gets late early. Deuce.
I'm so